Hello everybody, I'm Trey Rich and you're watching The Buzz. On today's show we have Tik Tok sensation Emma Norton. In our artist spotlight we have LeGrand, and then we have Latin recording artist Paty Cantu talk about her new Christmas special on Pantaya. And then we have a Daisy in the studio to update us on some of this week's tea to go with some of that leftover turkey. And finally, we talk to Tucker Breezy from Netflix Mr. Iglasias. I know you're all still full and probably haven't gotten up off the couch since Thursday, so chill, we got you. Let's start the show.
Hi, my name is Emma Norton. Let's get buzzed.
TikTok has been responsible for a new crop of influencers and young actors that have been household names for the Gen Z fan base. And Emma Norton's account is one to watch. With not only fun dances and features, she keeps her followers entertained with her out-of-this-world makeup skits. We got a chance to talk to her and find out what inspires these unique looks. Let's take a look.
I'm a makeup artist and I make videos on TikTok. That's sort of how I started with my career, and I've always been so interested in pursuing acting and fashion and directing and producing, and so I started all of that through TikTok, and this is really the beginning of something that I want to build further with my life. Well, so I got involved with that just because I've always been exposed to theater in my life, and I absolutely love musical theater, and I was always around stage makeup, and I was like, I want to do that, but I want to do it better. And so I kind of got involved with that. And through TikTok, it gave me an outlet to really, challenge myself with it and go full out. Well, as much as it is a ton of fun, it is a ton of work as well. What I'm doing now, because some of my looks take up to like 6 hours to film and to edit and all of those things. But I'm doing this because I really wanted to, one, challenge myself and expand my horizons during quarantine, but also because I really do want to be involved with film in the future and act and direct and produce. But I think that when I started getting like fan accounts and people like DMing me and sort of like people that I never would have expected to meet and like celebrities and things like that, I think that that's when I knew like, oh, maybe like I do have a platform, and it's honestly such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for the influence that I am allowed to have and to help people and to show my art.
This is why you should be very careful who you talk to online. A 16-year-old girl was home with her mom when she got a disturbing text message from a boy she had recently met on Snapchat. He told her he was right outside of her house, but when she went to look, no one was there. Frightened, she decides to sleep in her mom's room that night, and right before she goes to bed, she gets another text from the boy that just says, "I'm in your house." She shows her mom, who immediately searches the whole house, checks every door, turns on every light. There's no one there. So even though they're creeped out, they go back to bed. The next morning, she gets up and she goes back to her bedroom and immediately feels like she's being watched. She checks in her closet, looks behind her door, there's no one there. Then she noticed that the shoe boxes she normally kept perfectly arranged next to her bed had been moved. So she crouches down to put them back in order, and then out of the corner of her eyes, she notices something. The boy who was texting her was under her bed.
Honestly, I have a wide variety of things on my page. I have dance, I have a lot of fashion videos that are inspired by movies and TV shows. I have a lot of like sillier, more fun ones. I have ones talking about politics, about things going on in the world. I have, tons of makeup tutorials, art, experiences that I have. Honestly, everything. You can really find it all, and I think that that's so fun because I can find people from all different parts of niches on TikTok through that. It's interesting because I could get 500,000 likes on a video, let's say, and then 2,000 comments of people being like, I hate this, like she makes me mad, or like, why does she do this, things like that, which that ratio is so different, and yet people really do focus on the comment section over the likes. But to be really honest, I'm not bothered by it at all. I think that I'm more bothered by the fact that that person needed to take the time out of their day to say something like that to me, because I'm more worried about them. Because if I know that I am being true to myself, that I am, not hurting anyone, and I'm happy with the content that I produce, I don't really care if no one else is happy with it, because they probably just need an outlet to let it out. So if I'm their outlet, great. Well, I think that my advice to anyone that starts social media, to be honest, whether they be already in the industry or they're wanting to start in the industry of social media and music and other outlets, I think that you have to have enough self-love and confidence in yourself to know that your own worth is beyond anyone else's opinion of what you are, and that's their perception, and that doesn't mean that it has to be your perception. That's one singular experience and it's not yours, so don't take it on. At the end of the day, they don't want to see you succeed, and the best revenge is success. So show them who's boss. They can follow me on TikTok and it's Emma Norts, and that's one word with 2 S's. And then on Instagram, it's also Emma Norts, and Twitter, it's Emma Norts. And then my Snapchat is enorts_18, and I have all of my socials on Google as well. But yeah, that's where they can find me. Hi, my name is Emma Norton, and you've just been buzzed.
Don't forget to check out Emma's TikTok profile when you get a chance. Next up, we have Latin recording artist Paty Cantu, so don't go anywhere. Paty Cantu has been blazing the Latin music charts for a few years now, and she just dropped a new single, Conocerte, and takes part of Pantea's star-studded holiday special, Celebremos. Jazz from the Buzz in Espanol got a chance to talk to her and tell us all about it. Let's take a look.
Beautiful Patti Cantu here with us. Tell us a little bit about this project and how did you come to be part of this?
Well, I was invited by Pantalla, by Universal, by Juanes, by Auro Vaqueiro, by everybody who's involved in this project really, and I was immediately drawn to it, and I wanted to do it right away because, you know, it's been a hard year, and music is a form of company. And in my personal experience, that's the reason why I make the music I make. I don't make it to like self-glorification, you know. I'm not in the search of that. I'm in the search of showing vulnerability, the realness of people connecting, and, you know, showing each other that we're not that different and we can like overcome. So when the Christmas project from Pantalla came up, I thought this is very, you know, this is a perfect chance of giving that company, of being there for the people who will finally reunite with those they loved and haven't been able to see all year long, but also for those who will not be able to reunite by the end of this year, you know, to give them this visual of a dinner in family of faces that maybe they know or not, but, you know, probably at least one of the faces will be known to them because there are a lot of very big artists and personalities in the special. To give back a little bit of company. They always accompany us. They give us the love. They have given us careers. We need to give them company in those moments. And it starts in this dinner in Juanes' house with his wife, with Aislinn Derbez, with a lot of personalities. And then all the neighbors, we start singing, sort of. And we bring this musical, this album to be there with them, to give them the Christmas spirit. And it's a very special musical, by the way. It will, you know, the whole special will be out on the 4th on Pantalla, but also the album Eterna Navidad, which is like Infinite Christmas or Forever Christmas, is out already. You get to pick the song you like. We have Dana Paola with Morat, Alejandro Fernandez, Gloria Trevi, Los Tigres del Norte, myself, a lot of people. And we're singing this classics in Spanish. And in my case, I get to sing December, which is Last Christmas from George Michael, which had never been done in Spanish before. And I am loving the version because I get to give you a little bit of soapy drama, a little bit of romance in Christmas, because, you know, we always have time for that, especially Latinas. So there it is.
Definitely. Patti, what would be the advice you give to the Hispanic community for this coming year, especially after what you know has happened in this crazy 2020?
Oh my God. You know, I would say I'm proud of us because no matter where we're from or where we live in, we always show the strength of, you know, overcoming. And if not for ourselves, for those we love, to honor them, even if we've lost them, to, you know, to help them if the situation is critical and the economical part. And because of this year, everybody, you know, we are all a screen away. It doesn't matter where we are. And I think we've learned to empathize more. And I know that the Hispanic community, more than ever, we're just there for each other. We're not only about the hashtags and the postings and the, ooh, that was sad, but the next day I have something else to do. We are really there for each other, and this is not gonna change. We're not gonna let any injustice, anything bad happen to us as a community, because we're gonna be there for each other. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud to belong to you. And I will always keep on making music that always shows that too. In a very humble way of thanking you. And I wish you luck and light and health.
Thank you so much, Paty. I want to invite everybody to check it out. It's coming December 4th in Pantalla, the platform for all of you hermanos hispanos. Paty, thank you so much, and we hope to see you back again soon.
Hey everybody, this is Patti Cantu, and guess what? You just been buzzed.
Conocerte is out now, and Celebremos airs December 4th. We have Matt LeGrand in our Artist Spotlight, so don't go anywhere.
Para llegar aquí, keeping my emotions down. I know you said you need time alone, that you don't need me around, but you know.
Matt LeGrand is fastly becoming the next star to watch. He created a buzz with his single Crazy About Ya and the remix to his song All Good. We have him up next, so let's take a look.
Keeping to myself now, keeping my emotions down. I know you said you need time alone, that you don't need me around, but you know I like to check up on you, even though you told me not to worry about you. I know you're feeling good, but I feel for you. Since you walked about my life, I'm all good, all good.
So I was born in Chicago, and when I was only 2 months old, I moved to a small little village right outside of Paris, and I stayed there till I was about 6 years old. So I don't have as much memory as like my brother, who was there till he was 9. It's crazy. I was only there till 6, and I have little snippets, you know, little snippets, and French was my first language, so it's definitely deeply rooted inside the center of myself. But I came back to the U.S. when I was 6, and then I kind of went to like a French-American immersion school. I had to learn English, so I did that for 2 years, and then I fully went into the American system. I got Americanized pretty quickly, but you know, I still have that deep-rooted native French feeling.
You make me feel like I'm the only one. I can't pretend with you, it's crazy fun. You say the perfect things like I'm the one. I'm crazy about you, crazy about you, crazy about you now. Baby, I can't front, I love the way you look, the way you wear your hair, you smile, you got me hooked.
This EP's been in the making for 3-4 years now, but Crazy About You was really, that's really like the center core of this EP, and it was actually a great idea from my manager Brian Reed, and he said, let's get something with like a retro feel. Let's bring a sound from a different era, and kind of the producer Dave Hawley kind of just started like going through things, and he suggested to do take a sample from Kool and the Gang, and that song is specifically called Jungle Jazz. Mm-hmm. They took a sample from there, and it was also used, I believe, by Jade.
Yes.
Walk Away, yeah.
Yep.
And now it's being used in 2020 by Matt LeGrand. So it was a really cool, turned into this really cool blend of new and old, and you know, it was something different for me. So I was kind of stepping into unknown territory, and I'm glad that I could put my flavor and my spice on it, and it turned out great.
Cause I know I did the best that I could. Si me quieres arreglar, yo no te voy a obligar. No me tienes que buscar, todo bien. Todo bien.
analytics part of like all our streaming and everything, and the beauty is that you could see where in the world you're streaming the best. And it was very heavy South America and just Hispanic countries. So, you know, as a smart business move, you know, we took that and we're just like, let's do some Latin stuff and let's see how it works. You know, let's kind of combine the two. And it kind of just turned into this like beautiful marriage of just, you know, English and Spanish, and right at the perfect time where those kind of songs are, you know, happening and getting hot. And I spent some time in Miami and you know, collabed with a couple different Latin artists who are featured on the EP, and they just like embraced. They absolutely embraced me and their heart and their soul and their passion. And I mean, they're just loyal people too. They're loyal people. So we kind of created this really cool opportunity for you know, these Latin artists that we're featuring on the album to bring them kind of more into the American market, and you know, for them to kind of, you know, bring me into the Latin market. And you know, again, I'm all about different languages. You know, hopefully I could do that one day with French music. But you know, it turned into this great thing, and I'm happy that they're featuring and that we have a Latin sound on the EP. There's only a month and a week left in this year, but we still have a lot planned. We're gonna do some holiday stuff. We are re-promoting a single, Christmas single. We did White Christmas, so we're gonna be re-promoting that for the holidays. The EP obviously is coming out end of November 27th, Friday. I cannot wait for it. We have 2 new music videos, and we're going into next year, a very exciting next year. I think there's going to be a lot of live stream concerts on my end. We just tried our first one back in October. It was Matt LeGrand and Friends, and it was a huge success. We did just such an unbelievable show. The best place to get a hold of me and just to connect with me is my Instagram. That's @MattLeGrandOfficial. Please check out my website too. That's mattlegrandmusic.com. Twitter, Matty LeGrand, and everything else, YouTube, Facebook, all across, just Matt LeGrand. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Matt LeGrand, and you have just been buzzed.
Don't go anywhere. We have a Daze here to give us some Grammy nomination drama and some other spicy tea this week, so stay tuned. The Grammy nominations were announced earlier this week, and while many artists were excited, like BTS, who got their first nomination with Dynamite, and Beyonce and Taylor with multiple nominations, there were quite a few that felt snubbed and not happy with this year's voting. Adaze is here to give us all the tea and then some.
Yeah, Trey, a lot of artists had great projects this year that did really well, including the hip hop and R&B acts that received 0 nominations. That includes The Weeknd. 0 nominations in every category for the Grammys. Now, sources close to The Weeknd say that he was in long-term negotiations with the Grammys and they gave him an ultimatum. Either he performs at the Super Bowl halftime show or he performs on the Grammy stage. Now, it's been announced that he is going to be the Super Bowl halftime headliner, and so that decision is made, but will he perform on the Grammy stage? He took to Twitter and he was pissed. He said that the Grammys owe him and his fans some transparency. While it's not certain that he'll be performing at the Grammys, we hope to see him on stage because despite 0 nominations, he does deserve recognition for the great album After Hours. In more music news, Taylor Swift surprises her fans with a brand new trailer for her new film, Folklore, the Long Pond studio session that will be on Disney+. She already has 2 other films, a documentary on Netflix and another film on Disney+. So this is super exciting for fans because they get to see some behind the scenes action and they get a private exclusive concert of her performing Folklore. This is also great news because it's no secret that Taylor has been going through a lot, battling over the masters for her first 6 albums. So not only do her fans get to hear new, old re-recorded music, they also get a film that will be premiering soon. And last but not least, we have Miley Cyrus, who admits that she has fallen off of her sobriety during the pandemic. Now, this year has been extremely tough for a lot of people, including Miley Cyrus, who is 28. Now, at 27, she decided to get her life together because a lot of artists have lost their lives to substance abuse at 27. But she says she's back on track because she's a disciplined person. She says it's not the alcohol that's the problem, but it's the actions that she does after she's drunk. Nevertheless, we wish her the best of luck on her journey, and we are so happy that she's getting it right back together. That's all I have.
Well, that's plenty, and my cup is full. We're gonna take a quick break while you all process that, and we'll be back with our favorite class clown, Tucker Breezy. We'll be back after this. Tucker Breezy has been keeping audiences laughing as the resident student slacker in AP Bio, and he has now taken his talents to Netflix on the Mr. Iglasias show. Madison has him up next to tell us all about his new season. Let's take a look.
Happy junior year, everybody. I got you a little something to help you study.
Woohoo! Tablets! Oh, I thought you were gonna say Adderall.
Doesn't it worry you that we're coworkers?
Don't worry, I'm good at keeping a secret. This will just be our thing.
They did it! It's happening!
Bingo bango! My first driving lesson. Vegas, baby!
Okay, Tucker, Adderall and Vegas. What does a young man like Walt know about those two things?
Well, Walt loves to party. He's the coolest kid in the school, in my opinion. You know, he's very mature for his age, so you know, he hits on the principal. He's a wild kid, but I respect him for it.
I mean, I can imagine so. I need to know, though, more details about what it was like being on set, especially next to Gabriel Iglesias. Do you feel like you're in the middle of almost one of his stand-up specials the entire time on set, or does the humor kind of cut off once the lights are turned off?
No, Gabe is he's on 24/7. It's quite admirable. It's crazy to work with him because we work Monday to Friday, right, on the show. And then we'll come back on Monday and he's like, oh, I was just doing stand-up touring around California for the weekend. So he doesn't stop. I mean, he's on 24/7. He'll go off in the middle of the scene and just make his own jokes for the crowd. He works the crowd so amazing. I mean, he's one of the top comedians in the game right now. And it's awesome to work with him.
I can understand that totally. Does he encourage you guys to improv during your scenes?
Oh, yeah. If there's something that works and he thinks will be more funny, he'll go, yeah, we could do this, and that could lead into this. Everybody on set is really great with encouraging improv. And if it works, they're fine to go for it, and it will stay in. And if not, then it just, no hard feelings. So they're really great at encouraging everybody.
What have you learned about improving from your time with Gabe on set?
I mean, I don't know if I've learned as much as just studying him. He's so amazing to see. I don't know if it's gonna affected me, but I know that he's truly awesome to watch him do his crowd work. I can't just see something and pick it apart like he does. It's truly another level.
Yeah. Now, you also played a student in AP Bio, so I gotta put you on the spot here. Who do you think makes the better teacher?
I think I'll have to go with Gabe. If it came down to it and somebody that I wanted to learn from, I would go with Gabe. I mean, what's not to love, right?
Now, would you trust him to actually educate you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe in certain subjects?
Yeah, maybe. I think that history is a good one. I mean, like, he just gets into stories all the time, and I feel like the way that he conveys everything is really easy to learn from. I feel like he makes things digestible no matter if it's a complex story or an easy one.
Now, do you think that would translate into this whole pandemic with virtual learning and Zoom learning?
I think so, because I feel like with the Zoom, it's really hard to keep the attention on and really be pulled in. And I feel like that's something that he does well, is really engage you. So I feel like you'd be glued to the screen and trying to learn from it. It's just because of his aura that he puts off.
What do you think Walt would do if he was stuck in a situation in the middle of a pandemic where he was forced to go to school through the computer?
Oh, he would definitely just put a picture of himself up and then leave, you know? He would find every loophole there was to get out.
I kind of love that. Do you feel like you're almost living out a real life school experience through your work on shows like AP Bio and like Mr. Iglesias?
Yeah, to an extent. You know, it's really interesting having to convey different sides of being a student, you know what I mean? Especially with different characters, you have to take on a different academic role, you know what I mean, with how you perceive school. So each character perceives it differently. I'm just lucky enough to really vibe with Walt in the fact that we're both slackers.
Oh, really? You classify as a slacker?
Oh, 100. I almost missed the audition for Mr. Iglesias because there was a new video game out that I wanted to play. I mean, like, yeah, no, I mean, we rest. I'm in heaven with Walt. It's awesome. I don't have to try that far or reach that far to really to relate with him.
We need to rewind for a second. Hold on.
Sure.
Rewind it back a little bit. So you were almost going to the audition, and then a new video game dropped, and you just told your parents, "Never mind, I don't want to go."
It was more like I had it for that day, the audition for that day.
Okay.
The new game came out the night before, and I was playing it in the morning and lost track of time. I was so into it.
Oh.
And then basically I was like, oh, should I go? And I'm like, yeah, I should probably go. Thank God I did. But, you know, it's just it's another part that I really resonate with.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to watch part 3. It's going to be so great.
Thank you. Yeah, December 8th. Look out for it. It's going to be awesome.
I'm so excited. Tucker,
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Hi, my name is Tucker, and you've just been buzzed.
That's all we have. Special thanks to Daisy, Madison Brodsky, Jazz Giraldo, Tucker Breezy, Paty Cantu, and Matt LeGrand. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at Buzz_Access. Come on, y'all, we are on Lockdown 2.0. Please wear your mask, wash your hands, and try to be nice to each other, even that drunk relative that you don't like. I'm Trey Rich. Love and light to you all.
But you know I like to check up on you, even though you told me not to worry about you. I know you're feeling good, but I feel for you. Since you walked about my life, I'm all good, all good. Cause I know I did the best that I could. Si me quieres arreglar, yo no te voy a obligar. No me tienes que buscar todo.
For more stories and extended clips, go to thebuzzallaccess.com. I'm Trey Rich, and you've just been buzzed.